I'd like to just say that, you know, these things get spread.
Yes.
And I wrote the book for everybody out there. It's supposed to be uplifting. It's not supposed to be an embarrassing account of me having terminal cancer. I wanted to write it for everybody who is given that curveball and say, of course, there is no answers, but if you can take it and make it positive, and talk about dying. You know, we don't talk about dying, so I talk about wills, I talk about lots of other things. And so many people I meet spend the last 15 years of their life worrying about their death, especially elderly people, you know, how they're going to pay for it, how it's going. And I wanted to write it for everybody. When you think of what's going on in the world, when you think of what people go through every day, so it isn't a story, and the misunderstanding that I decided to die. Nobody decides when they can die. You die when. But what I did was talk to the oncologist when I was in a lot of pain, and when you're in a lot of pain, it affects your judgment. Yes. So then, of course, you get better and you get the pain under control. So you think, oh well. So I'm not. The decision to give up chemo was a huge relief because I took back some control of myself. It's there on the table if I want it.
Well, let's talk about it, because there are various marker days in the book, aren't there? There's obviously when you first find out the diagnosis, but then the date I've written down is that date you're talking about, 13th of August 2014, which is not that long ago.
No.
And that was the day you decided that you would not carry on with treatment. So just talk us through, because that presumably changes your perspective on the immediate future.
Yes, and you have to think that it's taken my husband and I and my sons, and my stepson and my stepdaughter, a year to absorb that I'm going to die. And that's how long it's taken. So you have to sort of... That's why I never wanted to talk about it. It was enough that I had to deal with the whole bowel cancer thing. And it's interesting that everybody assumed that it was breast cancer. And again, I wanted it out there. You know, it's not a very sexy charity, but it's fine, everybody. It's fine, you know, you deal with it. I nearly died at Christmas because I had a perforated colon, and that was thrown at me. So I suddenly thought, oh, you deal with the operation and you deal with hospital, and that's why I write whole chapters about, because if anybody's suddenly been in hospital, it's a real shock. Got over that and thought, oh, this is marvellous. You know, I've done the operation and now here I am. Oh no, I've got to deal with the cancer now. And it was all going along swimmingly, but actually it had affected how much the chemo worked. And then I had another bout of pain. And this is where it, you know, you just think, oh, okay. And I went into hospital and I thought, no, I don't want the boys or my husband to see me die a little sad old lady. I want to go out there as I am. I don't want any of... And so I said to the oncologist, is it kind of defeatist of me? And he said, no, make a decision, but don't stick by it. If the quality of life is, you know, I'm still out and about and you know, not as much. But Charlie, I just to be able to say, if I decide to stop taking the chemo at Christmas I love, see, I want to get through
That's really
Christmas.
important for you, isn't it, to get there?
Big marker.
Yeah.
If I then... Be very embarrassing if I don't die, won't it? Because everybody will think I made it all up to sell the book.
I love your sense of humour.
So then I'm going to be in trouble.